Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Memphis, Monday, February 16th. Tickets and rinksider packages on sale now.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Grizz Nation, Friday nights just got a whole lot better. Introducing Buckets and Brews, the ultimate way to tip off your weekend. Every Friday this season, grab a terrace-level ticket to the Grizz game and 2 12-ounce Miller Lights for just $55. Get great seats, cold brews, and Grizzlies basketball. It's everything you need to start your weekend off right. So get the deal that's too cold to hold. Go to grizzlies.com/Friday to lock in your tickets today.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Yeah. Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. see you courtside, Memphis.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's Thursday, January 29th, 2026 edition of the show. Today on the show, we were at FedEx Forum last night and watched the Grizzlies lose to the Charlotte Hornets. We'll tell you what that was like. Odd night, considering the terrible weather that we have had in Memphis over the course of the last week. School is still closed, but there were people in the arena last night to watch the Grizzlies drop to the Hornets. We are now exactly 1 week away from the trade deadline. The Giannis news shook everything up yesterday, and there's been more news regarding that. We will also talk about how the Grizzlies factor into all of this as we have a week until the landscape of the NBA changes. We will get to all of the news and notes of the day. Gang is here. It is a Thursday. It is still freezing outside, but smile, let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right. We got a ton of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which is we watched a 112-97 loss by the Grizzlies last night to the Charlotte Hornets. We are now exactly 1 week away from the trade deadline, but I will tell you, I did have human interaction last night being at the game, so that was a positive for the first time in a week. And in addition to that, the Tigers are going to be playing a game at FedEx Forum against Florida Atlantic tonight. We will get to that, too, and some interesting tidbits regarding that particular matchup and how things have changed over the course of the last couple of years as both of those programs have gone the wrong direction recently. Before I get to anything, welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Sec. Johnny Backpull, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Loser, John Asparagus, Johnny Neck Carb, John Lance, he's Dr. Thunder, he's John the Polluter, he's John Sweetie.
What up?
Hello, John. Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navo Joe, the reporter, the photographer, it's Walker 93.
Yo, Verno. What up, bro?
Man, yeah, look, obviously I'm not there today. I am doing the show in my humble abode. Yesterday, early in the afternoon, I had to be down there for the television broadcast last night, so I was going to give it a try. And getting out of the neighborhood was pretty treacherous for sure. Once you get to the main roads, like the main roads are fine. And the highway is like crystal clear. But my concern, even leaving yesterday, and then getting to the main roads from the neighborhood, because the neighborhood just has not been traveled at all. I was like, oh, brother, this is going to be terrible getting home. And my commute is usually like 25 minutes. It took us almost an hour to get home last night because, and I will say, it was way worse last night than it was even 2 days ago. Because I guess we were talking a little bit earlier before we went on the air. A couple of days ago, it's like it hadn't been traveled at all. So it's like you're driving on an ice rink, but it wasn't
you just got to go real slow, and it wasn't like I was slipping a lot. But now, after at least some cars have driven on it, what happened is you get these like rut. It's like the whole road, like my neighborhood, like all the roads are just ruts. But you can't even kind of like guide your car within the ruts. So it's just like you're in a safari like the entire time.
Yeah, shaking, boy. That car's shaking, boy.
Oh my God! I mean, it's just, and my wife's the one that's got the 4-wheel drive car. So I was like, well, I don't want to leave them without a car. And my God, I texted you guys last night after I got home. I'm like, bro, somebody would have had to come drag me out if I tried to drive my old car through this. My car would not have made it. No way. Because I mean. It was slippery for sure, but it's just the fact that like the whole it's so much worse than it was because
black
it's
ice.
all it's black ice, and then it's all like just like these indentions that are going down the road, and so everything is super super rough. I mean, I drove honestly maybe 3 to 5 miles per hour throughout the neighborhood to try to get home. It was like, God, we need this stuff to thaw.
Yeah, I'm tired of looking at it, bro. I feel like one day was cool, 2 day was like ha 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 ha.
Yeah,
3 day was like, okay, all right, bro, it's day 5.
It ain't gonna be till next week.
Hey, wrap this up, bro. Hit the button, wrap it up.
Yeah, we need to wrap this up. Well, look, I did get to have some human interaction last night as we were at the game. So we went down there early. My daughter, who I needed to get out of the house, she went to the game with me because she's the one that gets like super stir crazy. And so she went to the game with me yesterday. We went there like mega early so we could watch the guys all warm up. Plus, we wanted to have plenty of time to get there in case, God forbid, something happened on the roads. I will tell you, on my way home from the game last night, I saw at least 10 cars on the side of the road. At least. Like cars that were trying to, you know what I mean? Like just had gotten stuck or whatever. But anyways, took her mega early, and it was fun to just be somewhere else and around people, and she got to meet some of the guys. Obviously, look, this season has gone the wrong way very, very quickly, but there are those moments where, I've got a 12-year-old kid that like, you still have these moments where it's like she's with me and she meets Cam Spencer and Gigi runs up to her and she got to meet Cedric Howard for the first time because we were there just, literally nobody's in the arena except those guys, and we're just sitting out watching them work out. And she was thrilled, man. She was thrilled. And I will say that, like, sometimes we get caught up in the whole, like, I mean, not that people particularly care about anything but the basketball and the basketball record, and that's what matters with the basketball team. But we do have a bunch of, like, really good dudes on the team, and I never want to lose sight of that. Like, we do have, like, really quality guys that know how to interact, and certainly there's a lot of them that made her feel like super special. And so this whole week has stunk with us just being trapped inside or everything. Obviously the game stunk and she was furious about that. There's no explaining to a 12-year-old what's going on right now, right? She just knows she's there to root for a team, and that team is not winning.
Yeah, our boy, me and Jalen saw you from the spot last night where we were last night. We were like, bro, Vernon's about to blow a gasket. Like, and Haley's like engaged, and you're like,
yeah.
Me and Jalen were like, bro, Vernon's going through it right now. We were sitting up on the ledge, and me and Jalen were like, yeah, he going through it right now.
Yeah, so I'll just explain it to you. So, number one, she's like mega engaged in the game. We're right behind the Grizzlies bench. There was way more people there last night than I thought were going to be.
It was, bro. It was.
Like, way more.
Like, it started out at the beginning a little empty, but, like, as, like, the ball went up, tip went up, more and more people started, like, trickle in.
There was way more people than I expected to be there.
Yeah.
Especially driving down and just not seeing people out and about.
Yeah.
I was like, where did all these people come? Did they walk from,
I think
just
they had cabin fever, too.
They
had cabin fever, too.
We met a listener last night. She came up to us, like, towards the end of the game. And they drove from South Haven. They came from South Haven. And we're like, what, were you just tired of being in the house? And she goes, Yes.
Yeah.
We're just tired of being in the
cabin
house.
fever, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You have you itching?
Shout out to Jenny.
Yeah, shout out Jenny.
Last night. Long-time listener. Super cool. Super cool to meet her. Obviously super engaged with the show, so that was neat. But there's a lot more people than I expected to be there. So let me just explain to you why when you say you and Jalen saw me and I was going through it, that had nothing to do with the fact that my daughter was engaged and I didn't want to explain to her that this is not going to go our way. This had to do with me, and this is something I did not I'm not going to explain to her as we're watching the game. She's just there to have fun and watch a basketball game, right? The reason I was so disenchanted, I got depressed for a minute, if I'm being honest with you.
Hey, me and you both.
Like, we're right behind that bench. Dude, nobody talks. No play. I didn't see a player talk. Like, I'm talking to the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, no player says anything. Everybody just kind of goes to the bench. And it's just this weird-ass vibe that's going on. And it's just going to be like this for the next week, for sure.
Yeah.
Right? It's just this ominous feeling. It's weird. It's like there's this group of Ja and Scotty and Ty that kind of all collect together and kind of talk. And then the other guys kind of walk to the end of the bench and sit there. But, like, it's just – and the reason it got me down, I got super jealous of Charlotte.
Yep, that's what we used to be. That's what we used to be.
They interact. Rosa, you're sitting right by me. They call out everything on defense. They're moving. Like if somebody misses a rotation, they're up and talking to each other, about it, whatever. Like it just feels like they're locked in.
Yeah.
Together on both ends. And of course, Diabate is Bill Russell against the Grizzlies last night. That was honestly, that's one of the best performances in the FedEx Forum that you're going to see.
Yeah.
He was dominant.
They told me that he hit his first 3 of his career last night, bro.
We've had in the last week. We've literally had in the last week Christian Koloko and Musa Diabate hit threes against us.
Dominant.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
20 rebounds. Yeah.
But I mean, you watch them and it's like they don't it's like there's nobody like it doesn't feel like anybody's selfish, right? There's nobody that's like upset about cuz Konka having like one of these most efficient rookie seasons ever. Konka didn't even get many shots last night. He was setting other people up.
Are you ready Are you ready for the stat? I got a stat for you on Diabate.
Let me hear it.
There are only 2 players who have ever against the Grizzlies had 8, this is a cherry pick stat, 18 points, 20 rebounds, 8 offensive rebounds, and made a 3-pointer. Musa Diabate is one of 2 players who have ever done that against the Grizzlies.
Buddy from the Pelicans.
And Musa Diabate is the only one to ever do it against the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh. Because I was going to say it was the 16 ain't half of 50 Zach Randolph game when he was playing for Portland and he destroyed Powell one night.
Yeah.
And the drunk guy behind me was screaming 16 ain't half of 50, which is both mathematically correct and basketball correct.
Yes,
16
for sure.
ain't half of 50.
I will tell you,
Zach
this
Zach
guy
went crazy that night,
played
so maybe
43 minutes on this game, played 43 minutes, had 22 points, 21 rebounds, and was 1 of 2 from the 3-point line.
And it was against the Vancouver Grizzlies?
And it was against
All-time
the
great?
Vancouver.
All-time great?
He is an all-time great.
I mean, you would think that Shaq didn't hit a 3.
It's not Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq ain't hit no threes.
But I'm saying he would have played
just
a lot.
as famous.
But he would have played a lot of games against the Vancouver
You
Grizzlies.
said just as famous?
He's just as famous.
As Shaq?
Yeah.
As famous as Shaq?
Maybe more. He might be more. I don't know if he's more famous.
More famous than
I don't
Shaq?
know. This would be an interesting one. Who's more
Shaq
famous?
Shaq is famous as hell,
Shaq
bro.
is super
He
famous.
he don't like them commercials, bro.
Yeah.
He don't like the
This guy's on commercials too.
He's
like
still
he's famous. Yes,
It
he's
ain't
still
Barkley,
mega.
is it?
It's Charles Barkley. Who's more famous, Barkley or Shaq? Are they about
That's
equal?
actually they might be about even.
Yeah, they are. But I think Boy, that is a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder who's more famous.
I mean, they are both crossover famous.
Larger than life figures.
I gotta be honest with you. I think it's Shaq.
I think Shaq probably too.
I think if we're doing like the test, like we talk about how I have this interesting I have an interesting point of view when it comes to some of these things because I've been around kids for the last 15 years, but I have also been around seniors, you know? And so I think I have both ends of the spectrum, and I would tell you the moms and dads would 100% know both. I think Haley would only know Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq's like non-sports
I do not
famous,
think.
bro.
I don't think Haley would know who Charles Barkley is.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I think Shaq's done enough like away from sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she at home?
She? Yeah, she's home.
Ask her.
Does she know Kazam? Does she know Kazam?
No, I'm not gonna ask her because I went downstairs and I said something to William and I looked and on the TV there was like some Snoopy movie or it looked like Snoopy. I think it was Snoopy or something like that. Yeah. And I swear to you, this is right before. You remember when I told you before we were about to record? I said I'm gonna go down and fill my cup up with water.
Yeah.
And I came down. So I went downstairs. William was cooking his lunch and I start talking to him. This is what I hear from the living room. Shh. She shushed me.
She shushed you.
I was downstairs for 3 minutes.
She
shushed you.
She shushed me. She was
the
like watching.
She said you were making too much noise, bro.
So if you think I'm asking her if she knows who Charles Barkley is, you're crazy. I couldn't even ask William. What he was making for lunch. I said, hey, what are you making? Shh. Wait, you need absolute silence to watch your stupid Snoopy movie?
Yeah.
Do you know how badly I wish I was down there with you guys?
Hey, look, man.
I'm getting shushed in my own house.
You're getting shushed in your own house.
She wants to feel like she's in the movie theater, bro. That's why she's shushing you.
You've been quarantined to one part of your house. That's where you get to stay and do things.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Man, I ain't inviting her up here. No way. No way. So,
I think it may be Shaq, bro. It may be Shaq, though.
Yep. All right, so back to the original point. I got super jealous. Like that team has great vibes.
Yeah.
That Charlotte thing has great. Like you watch them interact, and then you watch our team interact, and it's depressing.
They are now 14-6 when they have LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Knipple, and Miles Bridges. They are now, when they start those guys and Diabate, when they start those five guys.
They're 10-1.
They're 10-1.
They're 10-1 with those five starting
10-1 with
Paul, Knipple, Miller, Bridges, Diabate. They're 10-1.
Well, and then
they pass the eye test. It passes the eye test.
They fly
too.
around, bro.
Well, and here's the deal. It's like we went on the postgame show last night, and it was like, the first quarter and the third quarter, right? Those were big problems for the Grizzlies, and I'm like, yeah, that's because when they had their starters in,
right?
Like, go look at their starters, and they're all like plus 30.
Yes.
Hey, that's why at one point 30. John Contra had a +1 because he was playing with the bench unit.
No, it's plus 30. So what I'm saying is, like, if they would have played, if they just wanted to put the pedal to the metal, and I tell you this. They get into that play in and get through that play. That is a fun first go playoff team. They got 4 guys that could give you 30.
Yes, they do.
As I said, and they share the ball.
They
do.
They
move it around. Like LaMelo can't. And so, like, when we talk about scouting out teams and we talk about the whiteboard, right? Who's at the top of the whiteboard? Like, I don't know where you want to put, but like if Knipple's your 4th or Knipple's your 3rd, whoever you want to put 3 and 4. On that list.
Because Brandon Miller might go off one night.
LaMelo for sure. Bridges for sure. And then you've got Knipple.
Collins due for one, too. Collins, he good for a good 20-point game off the bench.
Sexton can do that. Those four guys, too, defensively, like they're all like 6'7". So they all just switch. Like they can switch and do whatever.
And now
they're all 6'7".
And now my boy Trey Mann can't even get off the bench, bro.
Yeah.
No, he's got a good throw, though.
Yeah, he got a signature shoe out of it.
Yeah.
You got a
He did
Reebok deal out of it, at least, you know?
He got a signature shoe and he got a fro. But anyways, yeah, I mean, you just watch them and, like, that's like we've been through that before, right? Like the winning a bunch of games in a row and feeling like they got vibes. And, you know, early in the season, you know, we made the joke when Coach Tomas said, you know, does the chemistry come after the winning or does the winning come after the chemistry? And then he did the whole chicken or the egg thing. And I joked, I said, well, can we try one of them? Like, can we try?
Yeah, I
like, because I don't think it's the chemistry comes first, because we've been trying. We're now 40-something games into the season, and it just feels so disjointed compared to a team like that.
Well, Mike Wallace brought it up on Gary's show, and one of our sponsors, Hunter, called into a post game last night and brought it up. Like, I mean, when our team takes the court, it's like 3 or 4 guys at one time.
I've been saying this for weeks,
like they
bro.
don't take the court together.
It's so depressing when my boy Marcus gets on the microphone and says, "Your Memphis Grizzlies." Deshaun hits the smoke, Verno. He hits the smoke.
He hits the smoke.
And 3 guys. This is the 3 guys. Cam Spencer, Jaren, and Jock Landale. Every time. They run out there. They run out there together.
Yep.
Well, it's like the other thing is from like last night, as you mentioned, Jaren. It's like here's a couple of things that went wrong in the game. And it's like the first quarter and the third quarter. It's like, yeah, that's because that's when they played their awesome players and they played them as a group. And Jaren Jackson Jr. had a big first half, and then he went to and then struggled in the second half. And this has happened recently, right? And it's like, yeah, that's because every team inevitably walks in at halftime and said, hey, how about we might make life hell on number 8? Like, he's the only guy that's killing.
Yeah.
Triple team him.
Like, what are we talking about? You think they're going to just let him have 30-something points? And so it's like, hey, it will live with the others. And then the other thing is this. If we're being fair, there was a moment, and I know the way we play it out, right, where it's like the bench guys play a bunch of minutes and whatever else, okay? When we throw out Conchar and KCP and Landell and Wells, that whole group, and like they've got their starters in, it's like Gigi Jackson is the only one close to the athlete any of those guys are. We have no athletes out there. Like, we need some athletes, brother. We need some guys that could.
We got Jaren, Gigi, and Ced. We got Jaren, Gigi, and Ced. Like, Ced did like a dribble between the legs, step back 3, and I was like, he's like the only one who can do that on our team.
Gigi hit the little the Donovan Mitchell swim through in the You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know who I did? I ran into Gigi's dad last night. He was there. It was good to see him in town.
And he blocked LaMelo, too.
Yeah, that's tough, bro.
Yeah, we just need to keep doing these 2-dribble, get to the baskets.
Yeah.
You know? And the coward thing is like,
I love that.
He's the only one on our team who can do that.
I also just want more of him. Get this, Liam McNeely.
Yeah, dude.
One dribble. Get to it.
Showing,
Watch out, Sion.
Showing the highlights of our athletes.
Give me that.
I mean, look, things are going to change a bunch over the course of the next week.
Yeah, they are.
And I think that's the part that got me the most depressed, bro.
No, it is.
I think that's the part that has me like the most like.
Well, and I think all these guys know that like change is on the horizon, and so it's like, you know, there is a human element to this, and this is gonna get brutal, and you're just gonna have to withstand it because, like, dude, the Pelicans tomorrow, then you have Saturday the Wolves, then you have Monday the Wolves, then you have at Sacramento on Wednesday. That's the night before the trade deadline. And then the at Sacramento is the first. Have you guys even looked at this? This is going to get dark. At Sacramento, then the day after the trade deadline, at Portland.
Yeah.
At Portland, back to back. At Golden State, who probably has Giannis by that point. And then at Denver, Wednesday, February 11th. The last of a 5-game road trip the night before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Like,
you.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. That is us.
So
we are Popeye's lady, or the lady at the freaking the slot machine.
Like, when I tell you I'm watching The Bonsta highlights on repeat.
Bro.
Hey, we were one game below 5. We were 15-16 on last night was January 28th. We were 15-16 going into December 28th. And we lost to the Washington Wizards with a chance to hit 500. Exactly 1 month later, we are 18-27.
When you remember, Taylor Jenkins was the January god.
Yes.
He was the January god.
That was when you made the run every year.
Yeah.
This has been the total reversal.
Yeah.
It's like the Russell Wilson. It's like the Russell Wilson to our future.
No, this is like, and so like I just look. I hope what we can get is after the trade deadline. We just at least got to have some vibes.
Yeah.
You got to at least have some,
Togetherness.
guys. Yes.
Continuity.
It just feels so disjointed.
Yeah,
it just does.
Look, bro.
It does.
Everything.
It's all weird.
Everything is weird.
And we've been around it when it's cracking, and we've been around it when it's like this, and it's like, I don't know what you can do, in the midst of this, but obviously everybody's just going to be on high alert, stressed out for the next week.
Yeah.
Because, and you know what's crazy? I don't know. I was reading this article this morning, and we're going to get into all the Giannis stuff and everything. I was reading this article this morning, and it was about different teams and tiers and kind of where they fit into the trade deadline and whatever else. And obviously the Grizzlies, without us talking about the individuals, once the Morant story came out, that's been on front and center. But I will say that one of the things that struck me is, if there are the teams, whether it's Milwaukee or whether it's Miami or whether it's any of these teams, right, they are in a unique position to facilitate trades as well, because they are just stocked up with all kinds of stuff people, they've got the 2026 more favorable of Orlando and Phoenix. They've got the 2030 unprotected from Orlando. They've got their own first for the next 7 years. They've got 6 second-round picks. And then they've got, obviously, the contract, young players, whatever else on their roster. And so it'd be interesting to see if not only the roster changes over some, but also if there is some use of facilitation to make some things happen. But anyway, in the article that I was reading, I thought this was crazy, and it led me down this wormhole. The Grizzlies it had this fact in there, and it said they are one of, there's 3 other teams in the NBA that are like this. And I think you guys are going to be shocked by this. There is one player on the roster that has been traded for. One. That's it. There's only 3 other teams that have only one player traded for.
That have been traded for?
No. That you acquired via trade.
We did? That we acquired?
Yes.
KCP.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
Listen to this. The other ones are Detroit, Oklahoma City, and Philly. So Detroit, I was like, who was that? And I guess my guess would have been Harris, but that wasn't.
Lowry?
No, they signed Harris.
It was Duncan Robinson, Detroit. He's for Philly.
I thought they signed Duncan. Was it a sign and trade?
It was sign and trade for Fontecchio.
Okay.
Oklahoma
City's Caruso.
It's not. It's SGA.
Yeah, remember that's the Chris Paul joint.
It's
the
SGA.
Caruso deal was
Paul
giddy.
George.
The Caruso deal was giddy for Caruso.
It's Paul George, right? The SGA?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's what it said. You're right, though. He did get traded for Giddey, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know. It said one player.
Yeah, he was traded. Yeah, he was traded in 2024.
Yeah.
So that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1-for-1 swap too.
Yeah.
And then Philly was Quentin Grimes.
Huh. That was Dallas.
Maybe their stats wrong.
Yeah.
That's what they said. I know it's true when it comes to the Grizzlies.
No, it is true when it comes to the Grizzlies.
But I was surprised by that. That those teams have basically, the idea is those teams have basically built their teams through the draft and free agency.
Yeah.
But it has not been built via trade.
Yeah.
Right. And that, and obviously, look, Detroit, Oklahoma City, and Philly are all good.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Say that again. Say it again.
And if we're being
it
fair,
again.
and again, we can do the revisionist history. Like, we all think the Grizzlies would be good.
We do. Like the Hornets, they've had those guys for 20 of their 28 games.
If everybody was healthy,
yeah,
I think you'd win games. I think if you had Zach Edey and you had Ja Morant, you had Jaren Jackson Jr. for the majority of the season,
and Ty,
I think you'd be good.
I think you'd be a top 6 team in the West.
But that's just crazy. It's crazy to think because I went back and looked. Like, I went all the way back to, like, the 2022-23 season. Like, dude, none of these guys have stayed healthy. None of them. None of them.
No.
Like, you go back to even that. It was like Dylan. Dylan was playing 70-plus games. Like, Wells has been healthy. And obviously, the Coward's been healthy this year for whatever. But, I mean, like, you go back to, like, 7 years ago. And we talk about like last night we were talking about Contra, right, Roser, when we were sitting at the game?
Yeah.
And how this is year 7. And that's Contra, Ja, and Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys have all played less than 330 games.
Yeah.
In 7 years.
Yeah.
In 7 years.
Yeah.
Conchar, Morant, and Clark. It's 7 years of like 300 and something games. It's crazy.
Well, it's like Ja's played fewer than Embiid over the last like 3 years or 4 years or whatever.
And Kawhi.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
Embiid's played like 82 or 83 and Ja's played 77.
Yeah, and so, like, you could like, look, we don't like the roster it is now, but, like, this shouldn't be the roster.
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Yeah,
you've had your top 6 to 8 guys.
Yeah.
Just never consistently available.
Yeah.
And that's position you're in.
That's the position you're in. Yeah.
You
and
know?
it's
like now we're getting curb stomping by the Hornets at home. And they're like dancing on the sideline.
Well, no, and this is going into a rebuild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it.
It is
We
what
just
it
did this 5 years ago.
Huh?
So I feel like we just did this 5 years ago.
You are always one pick away. Like the rebuild was super fast because you got Morant, right? And it's like now, like you just got to be praying for the ping pong balls to go your way. You know what I mean?
Say whatever. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Con Knipple are all top 4 picks.
Right.
Like sometimes it takes the right. Like Knipple clearly has come in there and changed things, and so has like Moussa Diabate. Crazy how it just sometimes you never know how things are going to fit together.
You never know
teams because you didn't. I mean, nobody projected the Suns to be doing what they're doing either, and how.
But it's like
Dylan
we
Brooks
have.
hey, you know somebody that work for the Suns? Can we get one of them shirts?
But what shirts?
They're having Dylan the Villain shirt night. Saturday.
Are they really?
Can we get one, 2 or 3?
I could probably get us one.
You know somebody that work over? I think I might know one person left.
I
that
do.
Work over there.
I'm buddies with their sideline reporter. I could text her. Amanda.
She don't work there no more, does she?
Flukerhead does. I just saw her last week when they were here.
Oh, she's Suns. Oh, because she used to be Celtics. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need Dylan the Villain Sun shirts.
Yes, bro. Hey, throw it on the screen, Jalen. You see? Hey, amazing shirts, by the way.
Flukerhead will get us those for sure.
Yeah, I need 3 of them joints, bro. I need Dylan the Villain Sun giveaway shirts.
Okay. I don't know if I know anybody else at the Suns.
Everybody I used to
a lot
know
of those people. Yeah, right. A lot of those people got cleared out after
Look at
the
that.
whole.
Look at that shirt, bro.
Oh wow,
that's
tough.
That's funny.
It's a tough shirt.
And it's against the Pistons. It's a good game too.
Yeah, man. Shout out Dylan, man.
That is a good game. Anyways, look, it was a brutal. It was brutal last night, and it's I just listed you guys the schedule, and this is like, buddy. Pelicans, Wolves, at Sac the night before the trade deadline, at Portland, at Golden State, at Denver. And that Denver game is like the 5th of a 5-game road trip the day before All-Star. Oh.
Yeah.
That one's brutal.
Yeah.
Not to mention they're going to have to reschedule Denver.
Sunday
Sunday
game.
game.
They're going to have to reschedule. Yeah, because Because that game will matter in the standings to Denver for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You would think.
Yes.
So they're going to try to beat us by 3,500?
I mean,
like if
knows?
the game ended up not mattering to the standings, I wonder if they would reschedule it. But I feel like it's going to matter because Denver and and San Antonio are like right there with each other.
Yeah. Well, obviously with the recent swoon and then with the trade, I wish we could just fast forward to a week from now.
Yes.
And just let me know what's going to happen because this is brutal. This is brutal. I mean, you could tell everybody's on edge.
Yeah.
Everybody's on edge about it because it's like who knows what that roster is going to look like in a week? Who knows? You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing to be certain of. What we have been certain of for so many years has been, okay, they're going to have Ja, Des, and Jaren. And then, we've always come from the standpoint of you got Ja, Des, and Jaren, whatever you do on the fringes, whatever, right? But it's like now you identify all right, what are you building out with in mind? And obviously Coward's at the top of that list because of what he looks like already and because he was your high draft pick. But I mean, do you sit there and go, we're building out with Zach Edey in mind?
Can you do that? Can you do that if he has a bad foot?
I know, right?
That's kind of like my thing. It's like, okay, yeah, never mind.
I mean, you just don't know.
No, that's a massive thing with the roster going forward. If Edey's going to be out the whole year, and it kind of feels like he probably will be, dude, how do you gauge what do you need in the offseason?
Right. And how do you let people know outside this bubble to be excited about it?
Well, Devin, do you want me to make you feel better just for a minute?
Yeah, give me 30 seconds, bro. Because right now I've had a crappy 24 hours, bro. From what I told y'all last night until now, I feel like crap.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna make you feel a little bit better, right? I did come across, and maybe it was Stein's newsletter, or maybe it was something, I don't know. Throughout all of this, of course, I try to read what people are writing about the Grizzlies and whether they're involved in trade talks or whatever else. One of the things that I did stumble across when I was reading about it was the idea that they're, especially with the injury and, this Giannis thing kind of hanging over everything, that if the Grizzlies are set on getting good value, and that's just not going to be the case when it comes to Morant, that the idea that they would use the last 2 months to restore his trade value and take that into the offseason, right? That if you're doing the build out, that if he could come back the last 2 months of the season and kill it, and then all of a sudden becomes this super desired entity, that way you could take it into the offseason and then figure it out. And so that would mean at least you were watching Ja Morant for the last 2 months of the season. That makes you feel better, right?
Yeah, if I could watch Ja Morant play for 23 games to end the season, I'll be so much more.
Well, I will say that is not crazy because that is exactly what happened with Conley.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They were competitive.
No. But that is exactly what happened with Conley.
Yeah.
You remember? Yeah. There is the video of us at the trade deadline, and we were freaking out because they had already moved Mark, and the trade deadline expired, and Conley wasn't moved, and we started playing High Hopes by Panic at the Disco.
We did do that.
We were celebrating because it was like, all right, that came and went, and Mike Conley's at least going to be here to the end of the season. Then the lottery comes, they get the number 2 pick, and then you see him on his way, right? And so that is, you could see a world where that happens, right? Where you say, bro, his value is nowhere now. But play out the last couple months of the season and get that trade value back up. Find out where your pick in the draft is going to be, because that changes things as well. You know what I mean? Like if you get, say you are a lottery team and you get a crappy pick, that ain't,
I mean, that makes you feel like about 3% better.
Right. I mean, That's a real thing that could happen, though.
Yeah, like I said, watching him play basketball is like just something like just to watch, even if he's gonna be gone the offseason. You know what I'm saying? Because watching yesterday, I'm like, whew. Me and Jalen up there watching, I'm like, Jalen, oh boy.
Now.
Watching LaMelo and them fly around, watching Brandon Miller watch Miles dribbles, take 2 dribbles and dunk on the ball. I'm like, man, look, bro.
So it's interesting. That is a real thing that could happen, though. Like, we look up in a week and there's just not a trade there. Like, haven't you guys been perplexed by the thing that, like, in a league where everybody talks, and I'm going to get to all the Giannis stuff here in a minute. In a league where everybody talks, who have you heard for a Ja suitor? All we've heard is
nobody wants him.
Every potential Ja suitor has been shut down.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, Minnesota could be a team of interest. Nope, Minnesota don't want him. Minnesota is listed in the Giannis thing today.
They are?
Yeah.
Because they're so aggressive.
They got,
and that,
let's see.
I'll read it to you in a little bit.
Let me see their roster.
No, it's Jaden McDaniels. They don't have draft picks.
That's what I'm saying. I say Jamie Daniels and who else you strapping to him?
Well, and here's the other fascinating thing. There is a sentiment that the Bucks are canvassing everybody, getting the price, and then they'll take it into the offseason. You know? And
well, because a couple of because then it's a couple more teams will have more stuff available after the offseason. And like the Knicks will have more draft picks they can trade after the season.
Well, it's also you have more than 8 days to throw together. And you also you never know who's going to get mega desperate when it comes to the offseason. There's always more teams that are going to be available when it gets to the offseason because of the way their season went. Yeah. People make drastic changes based on how their season went. The Grizzlies got their ass kicked by Oklahoma City last year, and the GM stood up there and said, we're not close.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, Desmond Bane's getting traded. Like, that's the kind of stuff that happens dependent on how a season goes, right? Phoenix was a massive disappointment. Next thing you know, they're in a new era with Kevin Durant. Being traded, and things turned around. And so you never know, and the offseason is always going to bring you more suitors, and that could be very well the case with Morant, because how is there nobody talking about it? You know?
Yeah, I saw I don't know how true that Bucks thing was. Like the Grizzlies wanted a pick. And the Bucks weren't trying to get off a pick when it was with Ryan Rollins and
but
Ryan
no,
Rollins, but that wasn't even a real. That was just a proposed trade.
That's just something people are making up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, look, bro.
So that's not even.
Like,
and then there was the Pelicans one that got shut down immediately.
Yeah, that was over
with the whole Jordan Poole and whatever. Yeah, that one got shot down quick. I know, but like I'm saying, there's not news out there. And you do wonder how much the Giannis situation affects the Morant situation.
Oh, for sure.
Because how many of those same suitors, right, do you look at and you go, and the other thing is, look at, just canvass the league. How many teams need a point guard, right? How many teams need a point guard?
Minnesota.
And how many would be willing to give up big stuff to get it?
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, unless there is a restoration of value, you're going to be taking, 10 cents on the dollar?
Yeah, and you're gonna be doing that and banking on the fact that he's gonna be back to his old self consistently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what you have to be doing if you were.
That's why I don't.
Now
know.
The nightmare is actually what's already happened, which is you
try to play him and he gets hurt after 3 games again.
Yes.
Crashes.
Like you were talking about playing him for 23 games for the last 3 weeks of the season. It's like, bro, there's nothing that has shown us that he could stay healthy for that long.
Or, and this would even be worse, but it's something we would have to broach. Just quits on you. You know what I mean?
Well, right.
Just says I'm not playing. We've already been there. That's how we got to the point.
Yeah, we've been through that.
But then he was back, and then he got hurt. And now it's like, God, like, if you got past the trade deadline, would there even be the interest in his mind to restore his value?
Yeah.
Would you even be able to explain, like, bro, we couldn't move you because I know, it just puts you in this horrible spot.
It's a
horrible.
It
is. It's a bad spot.
Like,
and
it is
him staying healthy and building on the Philly game and the London game and even the Atlanta game was your best chance at either getting some happiness and or restoring that value. But that got destroyed.
Now we got
Drury
Grizz every time we
and
walk
now
out.
what? Now what, right? If you don't find a deal because the deals are crap and there aren't the suitors out there, the pie in the sky is then he comes back, plays out the last 2 months, builds up his trade value. Like we do the Conley thing.
Yeah.
Right? And you end up with, the 4th pick in the draft and, the point guard from Houston or the point guard from Arkansas is available, and you move into the new era of whatever that is, right?
Because Jaren will be out of here too.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's like another thing like that's been like picking up steam is like the whole Jaren situation of like contending teams wanting to add him to their team and all this. And I'm like, bro.
Well, there hasn't been anybody that's like a real, like, that you consider a serious NBA reporter that breaks that kind of news that has said anything. Like, Shams has not tweeted the Grizzlies are open for business on Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, he literally said on Inside the NBA or the pregame or whatever with Ernie and them, he said the Grizzlies are open for business with Ja Morant. They have not said that about Jaren.
Well, and also, it included in the original Ja Morant tweet was that they wanted to build out around young star Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think they'd get rid of both.
Not right away.
No. I don't think they'd get rid of both.
I could see if they moved Ja at the it could be the Conley Gasol thing where you move Ja at the deadline like they did Gasol and then the
You're worried they're going to trade Jaren
at the same time. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah,
like those two
just because he could net you.
If you really want to get into my mind right now, bro.
That's what you're worried about?
That banner right there that's going to be outside right there, those two are going to be gone. That's like my biggest like fear. Like, I mean, obviously like you would have to like deal with a reset, but like my biggest fear is seeing the two dudes on that banner being gone by next week.
I mean, I don't have any reason to believe that Jaren would. I do have
I hope not, but like at this point,
we all have reason to believe that Ja would, but there's no reason to believe that Jaren would.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that yet. I don't think within a week they would do that. I think that's something you wait on if you have to go down that road.
Here's the other thing, Dev. Like, the reason that A, Jaren wants to be here, B, they just moved hell and high water to
pay him.
Get him a max contract. If they had any interest in him not being a long-term Grizzlies, they literally foregoed and pissed off their point guard by doing, like, they moved hell and high water to get Jaren that contract. I don't think they're looking at that and going, now this is the guy we want to move. Like, they did too much. We talked about, like, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing this? Like, they made all manner of concessions and made all kinds of moves to make that happen, to make that contract a possibility. The other thing is this. You know that they are so set on value for, right? Like the great thing, the money ball of the NBA is, and I do think that, I think your fear would be legitimate if Jaren would have made all NBA and gotten a $300 million contract. The fact that he did not makes him much more valuable. You know what I mean? In terms of his ability versus payment. Because there's a lot of guys that have made all-star teams or won defensive players of the year that are going to be getting $60 million. Like, go look at Evan Mobley's contract. Go look at Evan Mobley's contract.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Yeah,
right?
Mobley.
Let me see. His is 269.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not that far off.
They have Cavs have the most expensive roster in the league this year. Yeah, he's 46.3, 50.1, 53.8, 57.5. Jaren doesn't go up that high.
No, it doesn't. I think it caps out at 50, right?
Yeah, Jaren's caps out at 52 his last year. Yeah. So Mobley's got multiple years that are larger than 52. Yeah, he's got Mobley's last 2 years are both larger than 52.
Well, the other thing is Jaren's like just entering, what is he, 26, 27?
Jaren's 26.
Is that right?
Jaren's 20, he just turned 27, I think.
Just turned 27?
I think Tripp just turned 27. Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, so
he's 26.
I mean, like,
he's 26. He turns 27 this year, September.
Okay, so I mean, like, you got these next 4 years of Jaren should be his best years.
Yeah. But the
After
thing is,
this
we talk about all the time though. You want that the best Jaren is when you have the center next to him, right? I just want the center that is shown to be like that force. I want him to be out there with him because we know Jaren ain't playing no 5.
Yeah,
right. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Even like Jock's been playing well, but we know the best Jaren is when you have a Edie, a Brandon Clark, or Steven Adams. You know what I'm saying? That's the best trip you get. So that's why I want Edie to stay healthy so we can have that Jaren either way. But yeah, I'm like oh boy,
and I think Dev, I think you're right about that, and that was the vision of the roster and why Edie mattered because I think if you want to call them flaws or whatever, I think both of our best, highest paid guys are best suited to have that monster 5 that set screens and can rebound like a maniac.
Yeah, to let Jaren be the 4 that he is.
Yeah. Like, John needs that 5. He needs that big center to set that screen. And Jaren needs that big 5 that can take up a lot of the rebounding slide. That was the vision of the roster. This is the vision of the roster. It was a great vision, and they're hurt. They're hurt. We never get to see it.
Well, and I mean, like the big free agent acquisition, we've literally never seen.
We haven't seen.
I've seen literally all of his outfits. He's out of them.
Yeah, my guy, he might be out of outfit. You ain't lying, bro.
It's a hoodie and baggy pants every game.
He's repeating that.
Top, you swagged out now.
Yeah.
No, he is. But I'm saying that's a lot of outfits to pull off. I mean, you know what I mean? You got to have 40-something outfits.
Yeah.
He said 40. I mean, he said
Roser has 4.
Yeah, I don't know. 40 outfits.
You could never be an injured NBA player, Roser.
Oh, you'd be screwed.
Yeah. No.
Your tunnel fits look like Conchars.
They're like, they're like, oh my God, the friggin' 49ers hoodie again.
Yeah. Yeah.
The red long sleeve, the gray long sleeve again.
Dude, I'd still be buying from Target. Make me an NBA player, I'd still be buying clothes from Target.
I mean, that's not a bad thing, but like the variety is the issue.
Yeah, right? No. We don't need variety.
Yeah, like the variety. You know, I mix it up. You know what I'm saying?
We've got to make it a week.
We got to make it a week. Like we said, the Hornets. The Hornets, those 4 guys for the Hornets, they've played 20 of their 48 games. 20 of their 48. Our 4, Ja, Jaren, Edie, Ty, 0 together.
Hey. 0. Hashtag health matters.
Hashtag health matters.
Hashtag health matters. Then it's Grizz's birthday on Saturday, bro.
It is Grizz's birthday on Saturday.
We can't get cooked on Grizz's birthday,
Benny
bro.
the Bull might be here.
What is New Jersey about? You see Benny change his number, Vernon?
I will tell you. Who?
Benny changed his number.
Benny the Bull?
Yeah.
To what? 23?
You know he was number 1.
Oh, for Rose?
Yeah, but he took it off.
They retired his jersey?
Yeah.
You know what could be funny?
Nice.
You know who doesn't have a home game Saturday? What if the Suns Gorilla showed up wearing the Dylan the Villain shirt?
Bro.
Oh, my God.
Trust me.
Hey, I'll tell you this. I obviously have, like, all the Grizzlies giveaways over the years, and my kids have an awareness of those. I don't think she has my daughter has never been more excited than when they put that Super Grizz Squishmallow up on the board last night as the giveaway. Oh, she wants that thing so bad. She thinks that is the best giveaway.
Yeah.
Because she has a million of those Squishmallows.
Yeah.
But the Super Grizz Squishmallow looks good.
It's a good
Have you seen it in person yet?
No, because nobody's here. They usually drop them off at our desk, but nobody's here.
Is it big?
I don't know.
You would imagine. I would say if I was a guesser, I would say probably medium size. Yeah, about medium size. About medium. It's like not gonna be like an extra large joint, but not gonna be like a one you put in your pocket.
I gotcha. Yeah, she likes those Squishmallows, and that Super Grizz Squishmallow look good. They kept promoting it last night at the game. She's like, "You have to get me that." I was like, "I'll get you a Squishmallow.
Pull up on you, bro.
I'll get you a Squishmallow."
Yes. Hey, that's gonna that's gonna be one with the kids because Bennett already came here before the show. He was like, "I had to have that Squishmallow."
See? All right, there's a bunch of stuff on Giannis, and Marc Stein and Jake Fisher put out a report that I'm going to get to as well. But this Giannis stuff is heating up as we only have 8 days before the trade deadline. I'll tell you what they had to say and kind of what I think about on the other side. Chris Vernon, show!
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Duke is suing their quarterback because Darian Menza announced he was entering the transfer portal last Friday. So Duke said, no, you're not.
I'm all for NIL. I'm all for player freedom to transfer and player empowerment. But just saying, I signed the contract, but the contract doesn't matter. I don't understand how that works.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Just a ham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis. Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I'd been speeding on that train that would bring me back again to that girl I left in sunny Tennessee. I could hear.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Grizzly fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with their pest-free 365, plus year-round protection. Visit Terminix.com today. Enter the code SAVE50 at checkout, and you save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies! Terminix. All right, we talked about how there's a week until the trade deadline. And I've been reading all this Giannis stuff over the course of the past 24 hours. And look, the Warriors thing comes up a bunch because the Warriors have the Jonathan Kuminga thing. They have Butler. They could include Pods. They also have up to 4 first-rounders. I kind of think that this is the one, like, is the Warriors, take our feelings about the Warriors, like, out of it. Do you think that is the most fun scenario? That if a Giannis trade gets done, that there's the team up with Curry in Golden State? And also, if you're the Bucks, don't you kind of look at it and go, like, this has been the blueprint for if you want to acquire, or if you're moving off of the superstar, that you are getting the picks from a team that you are expecting to be in crap rebuild mode in the future? Because it's the 26, 28, 32 are all unprotected. And then the 20-30 pick if it falls in the 1 through 20 range. So you would just be doing we're banking on you're not going to be any good in right after the Curry thing's over. Curry turns 38 in March.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives, obviously it stinks for them to have Giannis, but, like, it gives Curry a run at it for the last, like, couple years of his career.
Yeah.
In Golden State. But also if you are the Bucks, you're sitting there going, bro, I want their picks after this thing's over.
Right.
And
they want to be bad too. I mean, or however many of their own picks they have going forward. Like, they want to be bad. So, like, Butler being in the deal, it's like, okay, well, he's out for the year, so he's not playing for us anyway. So,
well, and they're saying up to 4 unprotected first rounders.
Yeah, they could trade
going
4
out.
of them. Yeah. No, I don't hate the Warriors. So, like, I love that deal. I think that's awesome. Giannis and Curry together would be awesome.
Give Curry one more little run, bro. I'm with that.
Well, and then the other
awesome.
thing is if they were to throw in the Butler and Kuminga and like, if it just becomes like a super deal, then they could take on one of those other contracts that the Bucks want to get off. So Bobby P goes with him or Kuzma goes with him, right? And it just becomes this monster deal.
Oh, Bobby Portis and Draymond on the same team would be...
It's like the Monsters of Destruction, like Undertaker and Kane, bro.
I mean...
Also, Animal and, what's the name?
who do you like out of the Western Conference? If they've got Curry and Giannis, that becomes very fun. Like they would get in the mix with a quickness.
I would be interested to know, like, too. I know I don't want to be the Debbie down on this Curry Giannis thing, because you could compare Curry to Dame a little bit, wouldn't you?
No.
You wouldn't compare him? You don't think there's no comparison between those two?
I mean, I think there is a
shooter-wise.
I think there is a comparison, but what we saw with the Butler thing is, having that his gravity is so great.
Yeah.
That what do you do if I don't think Lillard has the gravity. That's what I would tell you.
Okay, because I consider Lillard, like, he's not on the level of Steph as a shooter. Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. But I think as a level of shooter in NBA history, I think Lillard may be like top 10.
Also,
Dame had to go to Milwaukee, though.
While we did not.
Yeah. Dame had to go to Giannis's place.
Also, we did not know, like, we didn't ever really get to see it healthy and together.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just like thinking, is it going to work because we saw Dame
didn't.
with Giannis, and we didn't see a lot of Dame Giannis pick and roll.
But Dame had to more so, like, he had to adjust to Giannis.
But
he
they
had
don't
to go
run
to
pick
play.
and roll. They don't run pick and rolls in Golden State.
They don't. It's a lot of off-ball movement. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so, like, I now the other thing is the Knicks thing is out there. Like, OG and Cat is obviously a thing, and people are becoming a little frustrated with Cat, especially after him getting bodied by Russell Westbrook the other night.
That was tough.
And then, so like the idea there would be, there's some of these deals where if you are acquiring a guy, like, it might not be, even with the teams that don't have the picks, that if you acquire the guy, that guy can get you a king's ransom for the picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you put OG Anunoby on the open market, you could flip him for a boatload.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right? Because teams are going like, that's our piece.
Yes.
To be able to get us to the next level, right? Now, I don't know what you do about the Cat thing. And then, you've got that. The Miami thing is, I talked to you guys about there yesterday, where it's like Hero and Ware, and whether it's a Wiggins or whether it's I don't know if the NBA is going to let him trade the Rozier contract or what, but, like, that is good young return, right? If you were able to get Hero and Ware and other stuff and picks going forward. And so that one's going to be fascinating. But anyway, Stein had this whole deal where he said the two teams that come up frequently when they've been calling around were Miami and Minnesota. And I was like, what?
Minnesota knows they need a point guard, bro.
Yeah, but Minnesota, no, for Giannis.
For Giannis? He can be the point guard?
Minnesota was not in the mix on the Trae Young stuff. And to hear it, they're not in the mix on the Morant stuff. So the idea was, let me pull this up so I could tell you the quote, because it was basically that Giannis has interest in Minnesota, which I was like, what in the world is going on? Like, all right,
he's played in cold weather cities.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what it said. Energy. It said, it is believed that Antetokounmpo, who continues to be described by numerous sources as wanting to head for the exit ramp sooner than later, without explicitly asking for it himself, has yet to try to force his way to a particular team or two, which could still happen and naturally impact the next week. But then it says, however, two teams that have come up frequently in our conversations with various teams around the league are with either direct pursuit of Antetokounmpo or closely following the situation, Miami and surprise, Minnesota. The Heat, of course, are a natural leading suitor, and then it goes through all the stuff. There's been links to him in South Beach, back to 2020, and he just kept on signing extensions with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But the Heat have been looming. But then I'm going to get to the other part. Oh, also, by the way, he mentions in this, which I didn't even think about, Tyler Hero's a Wisconsin kid.
Oh, okay.
He's actually a Wisconsin native, right? So he'd be a homecoming, and obviously Khalil Ware. And then they have like a 2032 and a 2030 first-round draft pick that they could move. The Heat do. But anyway, let me get down to the Minnesota thing. The Timberwolves are rarely mentioned as a Giannis contender on par with Miami, Golden State, and New York, but multiple sources say they should be. difficult as it is on one hand to regard Minnesota as a threat on that level when it currently has nothing of draft consequence to offer beyond a first-round pick swap in 2028, the Stein line has learned that Antetokounmpo has quietly had the Timberwolves in his thoughts dating to the offseason. League sources say the prospect of teaming up with Anthony Edwards holds strong appeal for Giannis, which led some notable back-channel discussions in recent months to lend true legitimacy to Minnesota's status as a potential suitor. And then it said, like, basically, could he apply pressure in the coming days? Is that where he wants to go? And then it says the Wolves have made Jaden McDaniels untouchable with Kevin Durant, but they would expect to relent in a Giannis deal, especially given the limitations of Minnesota's current ability to sweeten any offer with draft picks. And then it goes on to go through, and then it says, look, this Tim Conley is the same guy that moved off a cat for the DiVincenzo Randle deal. And I don't know, man. It is kind of wild that is a name that no one has brought up. And then that's in there. And I was like, what in the world? And the idea that Giannis would kind of fancy playing with Edwards.
I love that Ant's gotten better every year too. I feel like he's evolved so much. So I guess being able to play next to another superstar, I guess, is his next evolution because he played in the Olympics last year, right?
Well, let me tell you this: if it is so, what I said at the beginning of the show that the Grizzlies could facilitate, this is not one to facilitate.
No, stay out of this one.
Yeah,
stay out of this one.
If the Grizzlies want to help facilitate something, keep him in the East.
Yes.
Right? If the Grizzlies can get in the mix and get some stuff just to get in the mix because they've got draft capital or whatever else, make it happen so that he stays in the East. Right?
Yeah.
You can move this stuff so that the other team, because that's going to be, this is going to be our, right? This is going to be our moment of the year, right, Roser? Watch for the team that trades for picks over the course of the next whatever, right? That's the deal.
Yeah.
Right? I'm trading OG Anunoby for 4 first-round picks from so-and-so, and now I am flipping. Now who is going to stock up, right? Because Milwaukee, reading through this Steinline thing, there are teams that think that they're just getting the price and then they're going to take it into the offseason.
Yeah.
Because he quotes one GM as saying, they are asking for the moon, all of your young players and all of your draft picks.
Dang.
I would too if I had Giannis. If you want me to trade someone like that, that's what I'm asking for.
He's a force, bro, an NBA champion, the Finals MVP. You're going to have to give me something. But
that's what I'm saying. With the Grizzlies' war chest of stuff.
No, stay away.
No. I'm saying you could be an enabler. You could actually really improve your future by getting involved in something like this.
Yeah.
Because you help somebody else stock up while you also, right? Because, look, when you've got that many first-rounders and these teams are they ain't got that much to move, right? What are the price of these? You could find yourself in the mix because you have the future assets. This could actually be, that's one thing that we have not talked about, when we talk about, if you want to do, a quick rebuild, and you think you could get a winning product out there, in the short term, even by next year, one of the ways you do it is you've got these future assets. I'm able, the other team is so desperate because, look, teams if you got a chance of getting Giannis, you're willing to do anything. And now you take advantage of that, right? You sit there and go, all right, we're not going to be in the Giannis mix, but you want to be, but you don't have the goods. Because what they want, what Milwaukee wants is what the Grizzlies have. Right?
Yes.
But they ain't trading him to Memphis ain't getting him.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not going to happen. But what they want is actually what Memphis has. So could the Grizzlies use that to move it to the whether it's Miami, whether it's New York, whoever. That's what I'm saying. when I go back into the a minute ago, don't facilitate Minnesota doing this, right?
Yeah.
And don't facilitate the Warriors doing this. But these Eastern Conference teams, who knows what you could end up with, right? You could end up with some really good assets because they've got good players, but what they don't have is future assets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they need.
And that's what they want.
Because they have nothing to really strap their wagon to after Giannis is gone.
So you could actually look at it like, hey, we're able to get some like real players that could help us moving forward and be a part of something moving forward just by moving some of these assets to the team that's so desperate to have those. That's a real thing that could happen, right? Like that's because I mean, can you imagine what the price of this is going to be? This Giannis thing. You know what it's going to do? It's going to make that Luka thing look even more stupid than it did.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
when you see the return for Giannis, we're all going to be like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, boy, Nico made us. Yeah, Nico, yeah.
Yeah, bro. How did you not get, like, Anthony Davis, Max Christie, Austin Reeves, and, like, 4 first-round picks for him? Like, how did you not get all of that? Like, yeah.
But do you understand? You understand what I'm saying? If you're some of these teams and you've only got a couple of future firsts and stuff to move, like that is what you have young players and picks, but you would have to move those to that team. You get what you get in return. You're basically facilitating their.
It depends on what the Grizzlies
want.
It depends on what the Grizzlies want. Like, I don't know if the Grizzlies are going to be in the mood of giving up their picks, giving up future picks. It depends on who the player.
No,
That's what I'm saying. You're not giving up you have a 2026 Orlando or Phoenix more favorable.
Yeah.
You have a 2030 Orlando unprotected. And you have all 7 of yours for the next 7 years, Roser.
Yeah, you don't want to give up those.
Okay, but I'm saying you've got those other 2 as well. They're going to use 9 first-round picks, bro.
Yeah, you're not going to give up those, though, right now.
What am I getting?
Yeah, it depends on who you're getting. Like, if you're getting a young player, like, it depends if you get a young, good player.
What am I getting in return? That's my thing.
That's what I'm saying. You have the ability to go get if it is just the means to facilitate. The same way you've gone after the Mikal Bridges and the OG Anunobis in the past.
You're gonna be a player in this deal that you think would be that kind of asset.
Maybe you were in a different point in your timeline. Yeah. I'm just saying what you have becomes so desirable that it gives you the opportunity to improve your team. Because you aren't the team that's going to trade for Giannis, but you have the goods. And a lot of these teams that want to trade for him don't have the goods. So what can I steal from you for my goods? And again, you're not mortgaging your future when you've got that. You got 9 first-round picks in the future.
Hey.
Yeah, but if you end up doing a complete teardown and rebuild, you need all of them. Like, you want everything. Like, Oklahoma City still has, like, however many of them. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So I just, like, again, like, it all depends on what you get. Like, you know.
You can't have season renewals when you're trying to use picks.
Yeah, right. Like, you're still gonna have to field the team, and you're gonna have
you gotta have humans that do it's season renewal season, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get like, we got these picks though.
Yeah.
Right. And finding guys, I'm just saying, like, there are guys out there that you could get. You know, you've got a war chest of stuff because you look around. Like, it's one of those where it's like, who has the stuff that Milwaukee wants, and the Grizzlies are right there, but it's a write-off immediately. Yeah. Because it's like, they're not trading him to Memphis.
They're not trading him
like
here,
he's not going to Memphis. Okay, but you do have the things that.
Yeah.
You know, you do have the things.
If you want to take a home run swing at it, you could.
Yeah, you do have the things.
To see, like, when or if that deal goes through, like, what domino that's gonna, like, kind of trigger.
Oh my goodness!
You know
well, that's why, and that's why I was telling you this moment is going to be watch for what teams make early trades.
Like little small around the edges, like little pick jumps.
Because that could just mean that they're trying to acquire, right? Rather than pulling in a third team, they're just doing some business early.
Yeah.
To facilitate something else, that they need to make happen. And so if we could facilitate him going to the East, then by all means.
Right.
Hey, I'm with you, bro. Hey, did we find out who the All-Stars are tonight?
Well, because otherwise you're going to have all 5 of the best players in the NBA in the same friggin' conference.
Yeah.
You need to get his ass staying in the East.
Yeah.
That is worth something.
We need at least one of them dudes to be in the East.
All 5.
Yeah, well, Wemby, Giannis, Jokic, Luka.
They're all over here.
SGA.
Yeah, they're all over here.
The East is going to have Kate
and they're all
Cunningham
playing
and
for the
Jaylen
next
Brown.
5 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Jason Tatum, your guy.
Jason Tatum, yeah.
If you can facilitate that, by all means, facilitate him staying in the Eastern Conference. Hey, Miami, how can we help?
Yes.
New York, how can we help? You can't have all 5, bro.
Yeah.
And 6 might be Edwards.
This one, yeah.
Or it might be
if you get
Curry.
Giannis to play with him.
Curry's still awesome.
Curry and Edwards.
Yeah.
You can't have all 5 of the best players in the friggin' West.
Because, all the East got is Cade, Jalen Brunson,
I mean,
Jaylen
at that point, you have to go and beg Adam Silver for expansion.
Yeah, bro.
And just say, look, we need to be in the East.
Yeah, sip us to the East, bro. We ain't with it.
Can we expand next season?
Please. Expedite it.
I'm being serious when I tell you that is a massive, massive thing that we do not consider much here that will be a huge thing for the future of the franchise. Like,
yes,
that expansion is right on the horizon.
They were
already hardcore on the Europe thing, and they said they want to have that thing settled by the fall.
This summer, yeah. They said they'll know about expansion this summer. Yeah.
Right. And we could be looking up. If we're still doing this show in 3 years, we're talking about being in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Because that's going to happen. If the teams that are getting, if they're adding the teams that they're talking about, those teams are going to be Western Conference teams. And you're going to get pushed to the East.
I'm with it.
Hopefully.
Say it's going to be an 8-time All-Star.
No, you will.
It would be us, New Orleans, or Minnesota.
Ship us to the East.
Because New Orleans, their G League team is already in the East. They moved their G League team to the Eastern Conference.
The Birmingham Squadron?
Yeah, they got moved to the East. Yeah.
All right. One thing I did want to talk about before we get out of here today is Memphis plays Florida Atlantic tonight. Do you know when I was walking in last night, a guy said to me, he's like, this must be what a Tiger game feels like.
Screw you.
Dog. I was like,
you should have chunked his ass, bro.
That was hardcore. That was a hardcore thing to say. But anyways, they are playing tonight against the Florida Atlantic Owls at FedEx Forum. And I couldn't help but think, and I went back and looked, it was only a few years ago when, so Florida Atlantic's obviously not having a good season either, even though they did beat the Tigers by double digits a few weeks ago. Tigers with a chance to get to 500 tonight. And 10
They're also favored.
And they are favored in the game. It was just a few years ago that both of these teams were in the top 20 at the end of the season, like in terms of the KenPom rankings. The 2023 season, and I went back and looked, and I thought this was crazy. You look now at UConn, who was in the Big East. They were obviously number one. But at the 2023 year was the last year of Houston in the American, and Houston was number 2 in the country in the KenPom rankings. You go to the end of the year, Houston was number 2. Gonzaga was number 8. Let's see. St. Mary's was number 13. San Diego State was number 14. Florida Atlantic was number 17. And Memphis was number 20. That's a lot of non-big conference teams that are all, and obviously you get the benefit of Houston because it was their last year in the American. But that's a bunch. How many you think are in there now? How many think are in the non-conference? How many do you think are in that are not big conference teams now? That are
what? Top 20 and
KenPom? that are top 20. Yeah.
Probably 2, because even people don't respect Miami of Ohio, the team that's undefeated. So
1.
1?
Gonzaga. That's it.
Yeah, that's not, I figure. If it's anybody's going to be Gonzaga.
Now listen to this. There's nobody until 30. And that's Utah State.
Sheesh.
Do we play?
And
we do play them.
We play them.
There's one team in the top, so if you're talking the 25 best teams, there's one team that's not a power conference team, and that's Gonzaga. And there's one other if you go into the top 30, and that's Utah State. And then you have St. Mary's at 36, New Mexico at 42, San Diego State at 43, Santa Clara at 44, and VCU at 46. So the rest of them are all in the 40s once you get past St. Mary's. The only teams in the top 40 that are not in a big conference are Gonzaga, Utah State, and St. Mary's. And Utah State is 30, and St. Mary's is 36. Like, this is just one, like, it's going on in Memphis, and obviously we're mega disappointed. But this tells a story, does it not?
The transfer portal busting these small teams down.
You have no chance.
You have no chance, bro. Stripping them teams, bro. Your best players at Florida. Your best players at Oklahoma. Your best players at Illinois. They out of there.
Gonzaga is the only one that's withstood it. They're the only one that has withstood this. The rest of them,
wow.
And because you got to count, in basketball, it's really 5 because you got to count the Big East. That they got UConn, DePaul, Georgetown. Like that's a Creighton. Right. Like the Big East is a power conference. It's St. John's in basketball. So they've got a power conference in basketball. So it's really 5. But all of them are included in those. Like, that's the plight of Memphis right now.
Yeah.
So you can look up and you go, well, that team, like, nobody else is doing it. And I just told you, Florida Atlantic was 17th 2 years ago. Yeah. Memphis was 20th. You see how things have changed over the course of the last 2 years. And it's like, you look around, Gonzaga's the only one. They're the only ones that have withstood it.
Yeah.
Nobody else is good. There's nobody. The only other team even in the top 30 is Utah State. And
do you consider SLU a smaller school?
St. Louis is a smaller school, for sure.
They're in the 18 and 20. They're 25th, so we can count them.
No. In KenPom?
Yeah.
Hold on. Did I miss them?
They're 25. They're 20 and 1. And they're 18.
You know who they've got? They've got.
Who's their coach?
You're right. No. They've got Robbie Avila, Avila,
the Indiana State guy.
Glasses.
Oh, okay. The big dude. Yeah.
Their coach is from Indiana State. Same guy.
Yeah,
you're
they're
right.
20 and 1. They're
forgive me. I missed them. That's it. And then because I skipped over them and then got to Utah State.
So the number's still low?
Oh, I know.
That changed it. The number's still low.
No. I mean, St. Louis they're 25th and they're 20 and 1.
Yeah.
In the KenPom rankings. So St. Louis is the other one. But I mean, you're looking around and you're going, who else is? How are these other ones managing? And I know Gary's talked about this quite a bit. That the only thing that matters is getting in a bigger conference. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You're not going to be good. Not good enough.
Nope.
You're not because nobody else is.
Yep.
Gonzaga's literally the only one. And they don't even they're not even a full. Do they have a football team?
Who?
I don't know if
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga does not have a football team.
Like Villanova always shocks people when you hear about Villanova football.
Shout out Brown Westbrook.
D2.
Shout out Brown Westbrook.
Also Howie Long.
Shout out, man, legends. They don't have a collegiate football team.
Okay.
Let's see.
They don't.
Hey, wait. Yeah, they don't have. Yeah, they right now don't have. It's like a.
Yeah, there's a group of those, like the St. John. A lot of those Big East schools don't either. Right, like St. John's and Creighton. Like Villanova is kind of an exception.
Yeah. Yeah, Gonzaga on their website, they have baseball, basketball, cross-country, golf, rowing, soccer, tennis, and track and field. And then on the women's side, they also have volleyball.
No football.
Yeah.
So but all their money probably goes to basketball, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's also true. St. Louis doesn't have a football team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's why a lot of those Big East teams, they don't spend the money on football. So like all their
money
goes
to
all
basketball.
goes to basketball. Yeah.
Utah State does.
Yeah,
Utah State does.
Shout out Jordan Love and Chucky Keaton.
Chucky Keaton, stand up.
But that's crazy that these teams are really, like, if you really look at it, it's like they had to put the teams together at the last minute, these coaches on these, like, so it's like I'm just grabbing players, and now you don't even have a good team. So the ones we're used to seeing at the top, they're not even there no more, except Gonzaga.
Well, because here's what's happened, right? We fancied ourselves as it would be like, used to be, you could go and you would just grab the best player from, even UAB or whatever, right? Like, Yaxel would come to Memphis, like that would be a possibility or something. Now he goes to Michigan. And here's where you have to change your point of view on some of this. It's like, why are the ones that you're getting, you got kind of lucky last year. Like you pulled the best player from Tulsa in Haggerty, but he was in your conference. Okay. And then you got Dane Danger, which was a big win for you, right?
Yeah.
And he came from Illinois. But it's like, you do have to take a look and you go, why are you getting a kid from Kansas State, and why are you getting a kid from Ohio State, and why are you getting a kid, right? Like, we're getting the ones that
there's a reason why they're available, my guy. Yeah.
Right?
How about you just go get, like, you should just shift your thinking and go get, like, the high-level high school kids that are, like, not getting looked at by the Dukes and the big schools. Go get them and build your
high
program
school
that
ones,
way.
and you got to go pilfer lower levels.
Yep.
Which takes a lot more work because you don't know these kids.
Yeah,
right?
Like Delaware State, Southern, all of them
That's
kind of
what
schools
you're
like
gonna.
that.
That's your chance.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're just getting like cast-offs and problems and seriously
personalities that don't really mix. And so I was watching this other part. They were mentioning like a lot of these guys like that, like the ones that come from the Ohio States or that. When they get to these programs, it's kind of like that you get them. They get the money, right? The big guys get the money, and they kind of like separate themselves from the team. You know how
why
it goes,
are
bro.
those schools not paying them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
let's just take it in football, right? We got like. You grabbed your quarterback from Nevada, right? So that's fine, right? Like, but you and it made sense a couple years ago. You got the South Carolina running back because they stole the Arkansas running back. Remember when they got Rocket Sanders or whatever? But think about last year. Who were we when we did that preseason thing? Who was all the talk? The Purdue kid.
Oh yeah, the fast kid.
Oh,
CJ Smith.
Yeah, why is Purdue not? You know what I mean? Like, if you're all, and then we saw like he did nothing.
He didn't touch the rock.
No,
he did nothing.
He had 2 catches last year.
And then he fumbled, right?
He fumbled, yeah. Remember we went on the tour there, like he ran like a 28 miles per hour. We were like, hold on now.
I mean, that's kind of what we're starting to learn. Is that in most of these cases, yeah, bro, you should be worried if the big school is not paying them.
Yeah,
like, why are they not paying them? Because they're paying everybody.
Exactly.
Right?
Like,
There's a reason
that kid was leaving Purdue and he was so good. Why did another Big Ten school want him? Yeah.
Exactly. Why didn't a Northwestern go scoop him up or somebody?
You're outbidding their school. Like the reason you're getting them is because you're paying more than what they're willing to. But that should be a red flag.
Yes.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I think the thinking they probably think is like, okay, maybe you're not good enough for that level of basketball. Maybe you can come down to the AAC level. But when you put a bunch of those dudes together, you got this team. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it just speaks to how hard it is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all I'm saying is, like, the reason it brought is to mind, that Florida Atlantic team was unbelievable a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. And Florida took all their players.
Well, and Elijah Martin, right, was on the team that went to both. I mean, they went to the Final Four, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You just look at it now and you go, bro, none of these teams have a chance at the Final Four unless it's, a St. Louis Miracle run or, I mean, you don't even consider Gonzaga in that. Like, they're kind of different than everybody else.
No, they're good. Yeah.
Right? Because they're different than everybody else.
even that team, that John L. Davis kid, remember him? He was on the FAU team. He went from FAU to Arkansas.
Yeah, he went to Arkansas.
You remember, like, that whole team got pilfered, bro.
Yep.
Like, that year after, they just, nah, bro, we're going to get the money.
Memphis got a 5 seed last year, and their best player got taken by Kansas State. He didn't get taken by friggin' North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got taken, like, Cedric Coward was leaving Washington State to go to friggin' Duke.
Yeah.
Our guy left to go to Kansas State, and they stink.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Penny gotta shift his vision a little bit, man. Hopefully with these two dudes, with Cello and Fred coming in, maybe that'll help kind of shift the focus. If you get a couple high school kids, a couple lower division kids, you can really rock out.
Right? But I mean,
Hopefully.
it speaks to, I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just telling you it speaks to how hard it is, because people have not changed their, mindset on what Memphis basketball should be. But, like, I just look at it and go, why are these other teams not, you know what I mean? Like, even the ones that have good records, it appears they have no chance.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you got to be in the top 30, 40, right, to have a chance. Florida Atlantic, I told you, they were 17. Memphis was 20 a few years ago. And those teams, like, you got a chance if you're in that mix.
Yeah, and I'll say this. Like,
you got no chance once you get into the 30s and the 40s. That team is not making a run. Who makes a run from that group? Hard. It's hard to.
I would say, like you said, like, Memphis is, like, we're 105 in KenPom. I would say there is no, and I know what you say, like, you get to the 30s and 40s, like, you're not making a run. But, like, I mean, bro, this is just really a bad year, because there's no reason. Of course it is. There's no reason if San Diego State can be 43rd in KenPom or New Mexico can be 42nd. There's no reason, even with the current state of things, that you can't be that.
Well, and also, if Memphis would have,
if
Memphis would have split or even won a couple of those good non-conference games,
right,
they would actually have. It would be like Gonzaga is, which is we've got the juice to be able to be high in the rankings because we got some big wins. Because they do schedule, like he
schedules.
You say whatever you want about Penny. Like, you're 9-10 because you don't have a good team, and look at what he scheduled. He could have scheduled all Sisters of the Poor.
Yeah.
And you'd right now be whatever. You'd be 14-5.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but you'd still be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be. So the lowest, you mentioned the number of the KenPom, right? The lowest ranked team at KenPom to make a run in the NCAA tournament, the 2018 Loyola Chicago team, they were, where are they at? They were 31st in KenPom.
And they had Sister Jean praying for them.
Exactly. They had the power of God. They were destined.
You have to take that into consideration.
For sure. And then you got the 2011 VCU team, who was 53rd.
They were they were in the first 4.
Yeah.
Like, they had to play their way into the tournament, basically.
So those are the two lowest number of KenPom teams to make a run in the tournament in the last couple of years.
Wow.
So yeah, you got to be in the top 30, bro, to make a run. Like, you ain't got it. You ain't got it.
Well, and it's just that is even like when you were talking about those teams, like just the difference between those, the way it was then and the way it was now. You know, like how are you gonna have good enough players? You know what I mean?
Hey, that's when
some of these teams are loaded.
Hey, that's when the capital C comes into play, Vernon. The coaching part. You got to actually coach nowadays.
Yeah.
That's the part I think that Penny's starting to kind of realize too, is like at the beginning you can rely on like the recruiting class, right? I can get the best players. I can get the number one recruiting class, just roll the ball out.
I have better players than you.
Now you got to coach, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's pretty depressing.
It is.
Can we get anything fun going on,
bro? Like Dylan Brooks might make the All-Star game. The Grizzlies are not very good.
I can't even drive.
You can't drive.
I'm stuck in my house. The Tigers
bro.
stink. The Grizzlies stink right now. I mean, at
least the Titans got a new head coach.
Oh my God, who gives a crap?
I'm just saying, bro. Some optimism.
Wait, I don't care about the Titans.
Okay, I will say I got some good news for you. I just got a text from one of our friends in Washington. They said they're going to try to send us the John Wall bobblehead for tonight.
That's awesome.
That's some good
That
news.
is good news.
It doesn't look like that picture that.
Oh, his head flat as a mud in that photo. You see the John Wall? You seen it?
Washington has the best bobbleheads.
Bro, no, they messed this John Wall joint up though, bro.
I mean, I have gotten so like they've sent me those. I've got the Kuzma one. I've got Pusha T. I have a Francis Tiafoe tennis one that the Wizards put out. The Wizards put it out. Oh, that's amazing.
Tom Wall.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, we got our text from our contact in Washington. They said they're gonna try to send us. They're trying to wrangle it right now. They're gonna try to send us some bobbleheads.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
But that's good
All
news.
Right. All right. Well, I did get a text while we were on the air. School's been canceled for tomorrow too.
Yep.
At least ours have. So, jeez.
Bro, I'm
right.
serious. They might be canceled Monday too.
God bless. All right. Be safe out there, everybody. Thanks to John Rose across the glass. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to Jayla back in the studio. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, we gone.